Who's ready for an internet essential? I figured since this playlist is called A Noob's Guide to the Internet, we might as well start going over stuff that's everywhere on the internet. Memes. Today I'm going to be talking about memes in their entirety, but maybe not necessarily every meme known to man because that would take forever. We'd be here for a while. Mainly their function and what role they carry out in society. So let's just jump into it. What exactly is a meme? Well, the definition for meme, simply put, is a piece of culture that is passed from one individual to another. The term was coined in 1976 by Richard Dawkins, and he claimed that memes could become these living and almost breathing organisms, and in a way now he's become right. Memes themselves move around the internet on their own. They're shared like a virus, and that's why you get the phrase viral videos, because it spreads like a disease. It's become this thing that spreads between everybody, and everybody knows what they are. So why is this important? Well, it's important because they often bring a lot of awareness to a political or social issue that most people normally don't hear of. Some of them act as modernized political cartoons, if that makes it a little bit easier to think about. Now, of course, there are going to be way too many examples for me to cite any specific ones, but if you just go into a search bar and look up something like political correctness meme, I'm sure a bunch of stuff will come up. Now, not all of them are going to be quality and, get their point across, but they're definitely there. One of these social issue memes that I've definitely seen come up is the one concerning equal pay between men and women, and that's definitely a big issue. And because these memes highlight it and almost make light of it, it brings the issue to more people and makes them more aware of the problem. And because of the very definition of the meme, all of these social awareness ones get passed around, and you become aware of problems that may not have necessarily got as much talking time as without the meme there. Memes in this sense can also make light of a prospectively bad situation. Like a big thing that went around during the election was a bunch of Joe Biden memes. Honestly, some of my personal favorite. But what those memes did is they took an unfavorable outcome perceived by at least half of the US, and it made light by making fun of it and making fun of Trump. And it helped, I don't know, it almost helped people cope with it. Now, of course, these memes don't actually change the outcome of any particular situation, but for some of the people whose way it didn't go, it makes it a little bit more bearable for them to deal with. Now, I've talked about political and your social memes, and then there's some memes that are just straight stupidity. These are the ones that are just meant to get a laugh out of you and brighten your day. And these are, of course, the Pepes, the Dat Boys, I could go on for a while. I really could. One specific example that I remember tying in the social awareness and the funny part really well was over the summer when a gorilla in the Cincinnati Zoo was shot. R.I.P. Harambe. And the internet took that and made it into a meme, and also brought social awareness to how zoos treat their animals and like what kind of safety precautions you need on the outside of enclosures, but it also made light of that situation and made it funny for people to remember. And more often than not, sometimes I think that's all we need, is just a good laugh. If nothing else, memes distract us from our everyday life and make us laugh in a time when we may not want to or may not be able to. And that right there is the note I'm going to end on, that sometimes even when you don't want to or you don't feel like you can, sometimes you just need something to come along and make you chuckle. So just remember that the next time you get forwarded a stupid picture of a gorilla or a bee or even a frog. It's just meant for enjoyment. So to sum up, a meme is a piece of culture that runs around and gets passed between individuals, and in our case, in this modern time, it brings awareness to social issues or political issues, and it also is just straight stupidity. Alright, well that'll do it for today, guys. If you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe. I try to keep this one short, don't want this running too long. I'm going to be coming out with weekly vlog updates, hopefully, for the next couple weeks. Hopefully I won't get behind again. Spring break's coming up, so maybe I'll do one from here instead of at school where I usually do them. I don't know. You'll just have to stay and find out. Well, this is politically incorrect, and I will see you guys later. So, deuces.
How dank are your memes? How dank are your memes? My memes will make you scream. How dank are your memes?